It is New Bike Day here at Joyful Trails. Stay tuned to find out what make and model of bicycle is getting me to finally say goodbye to my beloved Townie. And oh, by the way, this video is not sponsored. I repeat, not sponsored. The bike maker did not send it to me. This is not a brand deal. And yet I did not buy this, did not purchase this bike. So how did I get it? No, I didn't steal it. Actually, it's a really cool story and a bit of a miracle, to be quite honest. Stick around for that story later in the video. So, what is it? It is a Velotric Discover M e-bike, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the box as it arrived at my condo. And not just the bike box, but also a fistful of accessories to take my ride on this thing to a whole nother level, as they say in Alabama. Now, I wanted to trust that this bike would be put together the right way, give it the best chance for a bright and happy future. So what did I do? Well, David, here I am.
Here we are again.
See, I'm kind of like partially melted bubblegum on your shoe. You just can't get rid of me, you know, no matter how hard you try. So, guess what?
We have another bike built.
Yeah, it's a bike. And I'm not going to tell you exactly where this came from.
Fair.
Because we're going to talk about that later in the video. But I'll just say this. It's not from the bike company. So this is not what they call a brand deal. So we're not concerned at all about what the bike company thinks, and you wouldn't let that bother you anyway.
No, absolutely.
I want to know, again, when this is over, you have said that you will agree to help me put it together because we want it to be done right. And when it's done, I want to hear from you what you think about the assembly process and also what you think about the bike.
Okay. All right, Scott, you know how much I love to build bikes, so let's get this thing out of the box and get to it.
Lucky me, huh?
You look at the foam padding, it's got all the way around.
climbs a hill.
You like to be really careful on this thing, my friend. Have faith. All right. Operation Velotric was a success. Here you go. As far as
by my watch, it took about 90 minutes.
Yeah, about an hour and a half. Not bad. And most of that was because I hadn't built one before. But yeah, I'd say expect an hour and a half to 2 hours. Packing was great. It was very well done. The bike itself, I think it's an excellent example of a top quality e-bike. It's a really good bike. I mean, it's got a lot of features for the average buyer, the fenders, the rack, the suspension fork. Everything is there that you would want, that you would add onto a bike later on. Head and tail light, turn signals, really nice display, multiple classes of operation. As we were pointing out earlier, we have a class 1 option, a class 2 option, and a class 3 option. So you can ride it on your class 1 trails by putting it in class 1 mode. If you need a little extra something or you want to use the throttle, just put it in class 2 and you can use it as a throttle bike. Spare, like I said, you got yourself a spare battery, multi-speed, Shimano Q's drivetrain, Tech Pro hydraulic disc brakes. I think you're set. But overall, I'd say it's an excellent bike. I think you did very well. And the other thing too is it's a mic rack. It is a mic compatible rack. So if you find a mic bag at any bike shop or Amazon, it's a snap-on, snap-off bag. So it's a pretty standard protocol to find a bag that will fit on this bike and lock onto it. So I think it's cool. I think we need to ride it some more.
Stick around as I test drive the Discover M and find out if it can take those hills. But first, let me remind you to please like this video if you're receiving any value at all from it. Consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment below. I love interacting with folks in the comment section. And if you're so inclined, if you'd be so generous, please donate to the ERF, the Early Retirement Fund, via the Super Thanks button. I ain't too proud to beg. So let's talk about my experience with the bike so far. I have taken it on an actual full-length trail ride in Georgia. You don't know about that yet, but you will soon. Loved it. I have been on it for 2 or 3 lengthy rides here on the Swamp Rabbit Trail in Greenville, South Carolina. Loved it. Let's face it, I'm in love with a bicycle.
Amen.
True to form, I'm not going to get into the weeds with you on all the technical specs, all that bicycle jargon. I'll leave that for guys like David. What I know is that I love riding this bike. I love the smooth, comfortable ride. I didn't want to give... Listen, the Townie has a smooth, comfortable ride and I'm in an upright position. I didn't want to give any of that up. And so it's wonderful so far. And by the way, stick around to learn exactly how this bike ended up in my condo, in my possession. It's a crazy story. That's coming up. But one thing I love about this bike is the suspension seat post and the front end suspension. I hope I'm saying these things correctly. But I'm often using a video camera when I'm riding a bike. And so I need that ride to be smooth, brother. And it is on this bike. Now, this thing, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm going to admit to you that I've gotten it up to 27 miles an hour. They say it'll go 28. I have gotten it up to 27 just out of curiosity. But listen, speed is not what I'm about. You folks know this. I typically travel at 6 or 7 miles per hour because I'm making videos. I'm trying to show you some awesome footage of these trails that I visit. So I'm not about speed and power and blowing past people. In fact, I don't like it when people do that. So that's not what this is about. I'm just letting you know that I have gotten it up to 27. And at that point, I literally started feeling a little nervous about things and backed off a bit. What about hills? I'm just going to tell you, it's no problem. I took a hill over on the Swan Lake Trail at Furman University that's very difficult. It's very steep. Now, these hills never look as steep on video as they are in real life, so you'll just have to take my word for it. But I took that hill over at Furman like it was nothing. Nothing. Wow. Unbelievable. My hill climbing worries are over. See how this goes. It's a pretty steep hill. More gentle slope. Nothing to it. Couldn't believe it. Then I went to a neighborhood, a residential neighborhood, sort of on the outskirts of Travelers Rest. I think it's probably the highest point in the city of Travelers Rest. You can tell pretty much by looking at these backyards that this is a steep hill. Oh my gosh. It's like the Velotric Discover M never broke a sweat. Never broke a sweat, ladies and gentlemen. So let me tell you something. My hill climbing worries are in the rear view mirror. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. And I've got plenty of space now on the bike, on the rear of the bike, to carry stuff. All my video gear and bike tools. And eventually, I'll be able to do some actual bike packing now because I've got plenty of space on the bike to carry the things that I need to take with me. This may seem like an odd thing to find wonderful, but I love having a blinker. I love having a blinker. I like the brake light. It looks really nice. This bike even has cruise control. What? How does that even work? I don't know. It works with the Apple Find My thing, the Find My app on the iPhone. And it has these NFC cards. I haven't even gotten that far yet as far as setting up all that stuff. Overall, it's amazing. Plus, I think it's just a good-looking bike. Is that shallow? Am I being too shallow? It looks good.
For the rest of our lives, drop your guard.
So where did this bike come from? How did it end up in my possession? Did it just fall from the sky? Yeah, kind of. You see, what had happened was I had been in touch with a Joyful Trails viewer. And I'm not going to go into any kind of details except to say that this viewer, this citizen of Joyful Trails Nation, said, "Listen, Scott, I believe in what you're doing. I enjoy the channel. I watch the videos. I think this bike would be perfect for what you're doing. I think it would absolutely meet your needs, and it's the bike that you need, and I want to send you one. The only stipulation is that you never use my name." You know, I get a little bit emotional just thinking about this even now, and it's been several weeks now. But are you aware of what the Bible teaches in Matthew 6? I believe it's the words of Jesus himself. Let me share this with you. "Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets to be honored by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." So in this case, I guess the needy would be me. Man, let me just tell you, I so appreciate what this individual did. And I have let them know. They know, and we are in touch, in contact on a fairly regular basis. But they were like, they were very firm, very adamant. The only stipulation is nobody needs to know my name. I said to this individual, I'm just going to be honest with you, this is a tremendous encouragement to me and an example of the goodness and the faithfulness of God. And this person said, exactly. That's exactly it. Brag on God, brag on the goodness and faithfulness of God, and leave me out of it. So there you go. Now, a lot of you know I live on the 3rd level of a condo complex, and this bike is heavier than the Townie. Even with the battery removed, I believe they say it weighs 60 pounds. It feels a little heavier than 60 pounds, or I think maybe that's just because I'm getting older. I don't know. I can manage, but it is a little difficult, especially with the battery left in place. You know, I have to take the rear bags off. I have to remove the battery. But you know what? I'm probably not going to be here climbing up and down these stairs a whole lot longer. That's another miracle story that's just going to have to wait for some other time. That's another story for another video. Got a life update coming for you. But I digress. So what about Tarheel, the light blue e-bike that was gifted to me by Mike and Tracy? Well, guess what? I have found a taker. My brother Tim doesn't have a bike. Can you believe that? So I'm like, guess what, bro? I think I can hook you up. Mike and Tracy hooked me up. Now I'm going to hook you up, And that bike that we affectionately call Tarheel is going to be involved in some more videos going forward right here on the Joyful Trails channel in the capable hands of my brother Tim. But Scott, what about the Townie? Well, guess what? My son Paul David, he needs a bike, and he loves that Townie. He already rides it. He rides it all the time as if it's his own. And so I said to him, son, how about if I give you the Townie? And I told him, look, I'm going to get kind of emotional because that bike is so special to me. That bike, I mean, it meant a lot to me. I used it to start this channel. I've explored so many wonderful places with that bike. I've used it to travel on some great trails, and it's going to be emotional for me to say goodbye. My son's response was, well, it'll still be here in the condo if you ever want to talk to it. So here I am, the proud owner of a Velotric Discover M e-bike with the motor, by the way, in the center. It's not on the rear, it's not on the front. It's right there in the middle, which I'm told is a good place for it to be. I don't know how all that works, but I'm just really happy to have this bike. I'm going to be finding more and more joy in the journey on this e-bike. Now, some of you will say, but Scott, if you're on an e-bike, that's cheating. To which I say, bullcrap. Pardon my language. It's not cheating unless you're in a competition. If you're in a race, a bicycle race, and one person has an e-bike and the other doesn't, then yes, that's cheating. That's not going to be my situation, okay? I can't wait to get out there and have a little help on those hills. Imagine if I had had this Velotric Discover M on those West Georgia hills on the Silver Comet Trail. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my life just got better. New bike day here at Joyful Trails. I'll meet you on a trail somewhere. Take care, everybody.